Alright, welcome back to another episode of Art Time, where today we're going to be doing this drawing here. In other words, shading and texturing these characters here. I did all this off camera because there's so much here to do, and I do kind of like the ability to just draw and watch videos at the same time. So yes, that's what I did. And that's what I have been doing for several episodes, so it's nothing new to you guys, so if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So this, if you have paid attention to the Elementals Reborn series, read any of it, or looked at the covers, this is from episode 7. Cult of Darkness, I believe it was called. This is the village of Faithdawn. And we get to see Lady Helena right here in a much better light, as opposed to her getting brutally harmed by that Maribeth bitch. But it's fine. She's going to get her comeuppance soon enough. I mean, obviously, if she is meant to be like one of the main baddies in the later parts, then obviously we're going to be coming across her again soon enough. But right now, these four are on their quest currently, and they're about to pass into the savannas soon. Savannas. Or savannah. Whatever you call that, I did not want to adjust that, you fool. So yes, I just want to draw the scene so you can see her, then see these guys, then see her up here. Simple, really. So anyways, yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about here. Well, I can talk about this annoyance that's occurring. There's going to be a whole lot of Saturdays and potentially even Sundays taken away from us all because these guys are trying to perform a very specific fix. And it requires every single line except for one to be downed for an entire week. I guess those who do not want to come in and deal with that, well, they're going to be over there just taking that layoff, me included, better be. But I think, from what I remember, it's the 21st of September to the 27th. So hopefully I can get a lot of stuff done up there. Because you see, September is a very complex month, and I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that. There's a lot going down in September. First of all, there are 3 mature drawings, even though the 2 of them are easy, one is slightly complex. 2 of them involving Luna, with only 1 girl in each. And then there's Landscapes and Scenery Mature Drawing, which if you've seen those on DeviantArt, you know that those are a little bit more complex, although this one might not be as complex with the idea that I have in mind for it. Aside from that, there is the 10th episode of Elementals Reborn and the 3rd episode of Heavenly Deadland. Then it's followed by this one poster-esque episode that I have in mind for a series that I'm going to be making. It's not going to be shown on YouTube, obviously. But, yeah, there it is. I might draw it and show it on YouTube, or I might not, just because of the pure fact that it's not the kind of thing that, like what the name suggests with YouTube. With YouTube be like, I don't know about that one, brother. Even though it doesn't matter, because we're literally... We have double-digit subscribers, and rarely do we ever get triple-digit views on a video. Rarely do we ever get doubles, depending on the type of video. Sonic Adventures 2 usually does the best, but we've never really gone past too many double digits, which is fine. Because I'm not doing this for views, I'm doing this for myself. Just something to do, something to, like, crawl across my mind throughout the entirety of the doing this and stuff. Brain is very tired right now, but, it's what it is what it is. hard to keep up. But yes, we, something, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, yeah, there's that stuff over here. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about beforehand. I forgot both of the things I was talking about. Whatever, it's fine. Oh yeah, I was talking about the creations and stuff that I was planning on doing. And then aside from all of that, there's landscapes and scenery drawing. That's normal. I want to try to get at least one more done with. Of what thing? I don't know yet. Maybe another Elementals Reborn scene. We'll see. Wrong area. And then there's 3 or 2 Ore and 1 sci-fi. If you don't know what Ore is, it's others and animals, i.e. inanimate objects or animals. That's what others has basically become. Others has basically become an inanimate objects folder. I could probably try to change up the names of those folders, but it's been so ingrained into my DeviantArt profile that it would feel wrong to do so, you know? Add things I can. Change things I feel like I should keep it. It's a reminder of the old system that DeviantArt utilized before, where there was like portraits, sci-fis, fantasies, a bunch of other things, that kind of stuff, really. They currently did away with that for some reason. I can't tell you why. But yes. And aside from those drawings, which is for DeviantArt, there's still the next episode of Adventurous Army and a hardcore mature drawing. Damn it, not paths, you fool, cape. Both of which I know what I plan on doing in drawing format, at least. Story-wise, I have an idea. We'll figure out that all fully soon enough. After I get this one done with, I am going to be working on the next episode of Adventurous Army and hopefully getting that done with on a Sunday. Posting on a Sunday, I mean. You guys won't see it. The next few drawings are going to be mature drawings, so it's not the next art time episode, if there even is going to be another one soon, next week, won't be for a while now. But art time is not really something that's concurrent and consistent like all the other series. Art time is just whenever I feel like it at this point. I mean, it is difficult to try to come up with things to talk about while I'm drawing. I can't come up with bangers like a FNAF Fear game, F-E-A-R, that game, you know, the one with that little girl and all those soldiers trying to kill you for some reason. This is a war, and yet these guys are just trying to shoot at you, unless they're undead soldiers controlled by, what was her name, Alma? Alma? Almost remembered your name? Regardless, there's not going to be anything more like that, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then, of course, I got Return to the Island, which, well, I guess, first off, is going to be this Agent Kayla girl that I have drawn before in a mature landscapes and scenery drawing after Adventurous Army. Then the Return to Island with Heather. I should mute that. If you remember the entirety of Total Drama, in the last canon, is the Total Drama, Rama, or whatever the hell the one's called with kids, canon, or is it just like Chris's manic episodes? And isn't there another Total Drama series not with Chris, with the host now? Yeah, there is, isn't there? With that weird pigtail goth girl who's psychopath Harley Quinn-like. But I haven't looked into that. All I know is there's a lot of fart stuff there. I'm not one to kink shame, though. I've got my own kinks. But that's definitely not one of them. Especially with that one episode with the kids that I have constantly seen on Twitter for some freaking reason. Not for Twitter for some reason, because obviously it's pretty controversial. For some reason, the scene exists, is what I'm trying to say. Why does it exist? Who thought that was a good idea? Do we have this Dan Schneider of that freaking production crew in Canada, but for our ass and gas? Ass and gas. Ah, yes, ass and gas. Oh, that's a pretty freaking badass phrase. There's gotta be some like apocalyptic freaking what you call it there, where you're like ass and gas or some shit, where you got your car and your ass and gassing. Ass and gassing. No, now it just sounds like ass and gassing. The Viking speak, or the whole, how did it go again? Dolphinheimen. You don't know what that is, but it's an inside joke for myself. Dolphinheimen. Yeah, Dolphinheimen. If only you knew what Dolphinheimen meant. I don't even know what Dolphinheimen means. Just some strange Viking word I made up. Probably not even a Viking word in general. Anyways, yeah, that exists. As I was saying, yeah, whatever timeline Total Drama takes place in currently with its weird alternate universe stuff or whatever, the characters of the original series at this point is 19 years old. They've all grown up. Return to the Island basically is just them at their current timeline of whatever the hell that series is doing, being brought back to the island by some mysterious being. I can't say mysterious entity because that's technically already a thing that exists in my creations, or the things that have let itself be known to me by allowing me to create it. You know, the whole mysterious entity nonsense and all that stuff. I believe there is a very specific viewing of the entity in question in that one episode of The Bird Maven that I did. I think I did an episode of that, did I? I don't remember. Well, needless to say, y'all probably didn't see it, obviously, because that's not something that normal eyes should see being thrust against themselves. Besides, the more you look at it, the more you give it power. Maybe I shouldn't be redirecting you to it, for you to give it power. No. It's definitely been a while since the entity was seen, because we were stuck in the demon realm for so damn long, getting a lot of demon realm demons drawn. And now I fear as though that the Demon Realm demon drawings are probably going to slow down even further, because I got some cool drawings in mind in Knockbrain Horror. Right now I can't really do anything with the one idea that I have in mind. I have to wait until the next limitation period, which is starting as soon as next year begins. But it has something to do with what's going to happen in the third episode of Heavenly Deadland. Which I guess it's still a pretty good time for that to occur, because the fourth episode will be out in December? No, November. The third one's being out in September, then it's going to be November. The fifth one's going to be out in, There's another one too, and I think that might actually be closer than you'd think. But it does kind of coincide with this one idea that I had in mind that I wanted to draw for such a long time ago, but I couldn't, because I didn't really have the space or the cognition to do so. I never got around to drawing it. But now I can, next year, of course. And then there's another one that's probably going to have to wait until, not next year, but at least until September begins. Man, oh man, there's a lot of things that we have to do. So many things, it's insane. September is definitely going to be a tricky month, though. Hell, a lot of things are going to be a tricky month. If everything goes accordingly in Sonic Adventures 2, well, actually, I could check it up right now, because, we got, at least 19 weeks worth. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Literally, at the end of the year, Chapter 2 of Sonic Adventures 2, if everything goes according to plan and we don't constantly get screwed over out of our A rank. Oh, wait a minute. Don't do that yet. Literally at the end of the year, Sonic Adventures 2 Chapter 2 will finish, and then Chapter 3 will begin, where we just basically take care of our shadows. Which I am looking forward to. But, my God, is it gonna suck trying to get an A rank on all the rest of the stages. The only stages that are left now are Sonic and Shadow stages alongside Cannon's Core. Which I might save Cannon's Core for near the end, but not fully the end. I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like Crazy Gadget and Final Rush are going to be the last stages that I have to get A ranks in. Final Chase is definitely going to be one of them, but it might not be as bad provided that everything works properly. Who knows? We'll see. It's hard to say, really. Oh, there's more hair here. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's hard to say, really. I feel like most of Shadow stages are going to be as hard, but who knows what Radical Highway is going to have in store for me. The hard mode version of that. And then there's a couple of stages in Sonic's Jungle level, and we got to go to Metal Harbor, which, from what I've been reading, apparently that sucks to get an A rank in. So you got to figure out how to get to that second thing, because that gives you a solid 1,500 points. I've seen some people do it, because I have never figured out the best way to go about doing that. And apparently, using springs helps a lot. And apparently doing a weird... That's not what I wanted. Apparently doing a weird spin dash technique that allows you to basically ramp up to the second lever gets you to there quick enough. To be honest with you, I have no clue how that's going to go. I won't have to worry about it until like 3 weeks from now. I have to do all 5 of those freaking missions. And what about hard mode? God, you gotta do it fast too. You gotta do that 3 times. Essentially, I get 3 A ranks there, unless the timed score and the hard mode score is different. But I don't know how different it is. It is a very strange juxtaposition. I don't know if that's how you say that. It's a very strange spike from the other A ranks that we have gotten with Eggman, Tails, Knuckles, and Rouge. Really, Cat? I mean, those were kind of difficult, and, well, technically speaking, Tails and Rouge's driving missions were more so just completed and you get the A rank. It wasn't even an A rank mission, it was just complete mission. The A rank for that is just completing it. It's so... what's the word? It's so damn forgiving on giving you an A rank in the driving missions that it doesn't even count towards it being a part of the A rank. No, it's just completion. I mean, yeah, I got a C before, but I think that one's a bit different. Also, I think you're supposed to be down, aren't you? I could just change the layers here, no problem. And the hand. No. And 2A, you fool. I apparently shaded in, or I apparently named the things wrong, but it's fine. Alongside that, I don't know how close we are to finishing off Tales of Berseria. We're at a part where I think we're kind of halfway through now, maybe? We're getting to the Grimoire part, which I don't... Yeah, we haven't gotten to there yet, but we're getting to that part soon. I didn't exclaim it before in the last episode because I didn't know where we were at, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Also, I looked up some hints and tips on how to play as Magilou, and I don't really fully know her play style ways. Like, I have an idea. on how I'd want to do it. Have like a dedicated melee button and have basically all of my spells there. Use dodge techniques to skip to certain spells, because you can't... What are you doing, cat? Whoop. You see the camera mess up? Yeah, it's fine. Because you can't... You can dodge and skip to certain spells. Also, I'm curious what holding the button down does, because I don't think I've ever done that. I don't know, man. But trying not to spam in that game is a pain in the ass. Especially when I don't know when the combo ends. But I feel like Magulu is more of a ranged character. Use the mines to be able to, like, you know, deal damage to enemies, and the enemies are close, do some melee attacks, back up, then perform some spells. Maybe that's what her playstyle is. Because I'm so used to Rokuro's, you know, go in, kick ass, and ask questions later style. Same with Velvet. Both of them are just go in and kick ass. Plus, he actually does a lot of damage. I feel like if I were to work on trying to get Magulu high arts damage, she might be doing really good. Screw the hidden arts and all that stuff, because technically they will still work even without that, I think. Just focus on the Malik arts, because those are the ones that I need in order for me to be able to essentially just do what needs to be done. Which is do a lot of damage with spells from afar. Which means I would need more spells, more Malik spells, I think. I don't fully know just yet. There's a decent amount, but I don't know how many more unlocks there are. Also, part of me wonders if I should go down an experience, like, grinding set. That is a good question. I could go into simplistic mode, go into some random class 4 area, grind for some odorless, you know, fluids alongside some experience, and see if we can get up a few levels and try to get ourselves equal to everything else. I feel like that might be the best way for me to go about getting to where I need to get to. Also, I feel like I should make this darker. Feels like it's a good idea, but I don't fully know. Also, let me make your face a little bit brighter. Not too dark, just bright enough. And maybe we try to do a little light here, a little dark here or something. That's safe for certain. Alright, I believe this is Daniel, right? Yeah, this is Daniel. The brown hair, blue eyes guy. Short hair. He's the first guard that the group sees fully. Technically, they see them both at the same time, but it's the way that they're introduced. This guy's the first guard. Wearing iron-cladded armor with red and yellow cloth, even though the yellow is really just one bit. Because I was thinking maybe this could be like red and yellow, but that was too cloth-like. So I decided against that and made it more iron-cladded. Alright, now there's this. And this. A second. Because the way that thing did the thing, it didn't really do it the way I was hoping it would do it. Let me adjust this eye a tiny bit by making it slightly bigger. That's better. If there's, like, not a lot of pixels, then, like, obviously it's going to be an issue, man. I gotta do a very specific scene that occurs in order for me to replicate Shaggy's voice. I remember how it went. Listen. Yeah. Like, you listen to me, man. Like, you listen to me, man. There we go. No, like, you listen to me, man. You listen to me, man. Man, you listen to me, man. I don't know what you are. I don't know what you're trying. You listen to me, man. No, you listen to me, man. I don't know what you're trying, but I don't like it. Like, what the hell? Like, come on, man, let's go solve this mystery. Or something. Where'd he go? No. It went, like, come on, man, let's get and move on. And the other one was, like, come on, gang, let's go solve a mystery. I did it wrong again. Like, zonks. I don't know why that's. I saw like a source filmmaker of Shaggy just going, "You listen to me, man," to his own self in the corner in a dark room, and it's just. And now just zonks is like almost, not fully, a regular vocabulary in my dictionary words. That makes sense, right, Cat? Why is your second eyelid slightly open? Dang old Cat was slightly asleep. And, yeah, that's where we got that from. Like, damn it. Yep. Any of y'all's heard about that one person who made a Scooby-Doo? I don't know if you can call it an animation. It looks like a 3D animation. I didn't really fully watch it, but I just saw all the Twitter drama. Apparently this guy got scorned because he couldn't get AI voice acting for certain characters. Which, you know, from what I've read, he definitely did not like having to do the AI stuff because it doesn't feel ingenuous. I feel like if I were to try to do voice acting for the characters myself, I mean, I could probably get a good Shaggy going if I practice hard enough. Raggy? I'm not going to say it. Like, that's racist, Scoob. But, like, you do have brown fur, Scoob, so I guess you got a pass. Technically, yeah, I guess Scooby would have a pass, wouldn't he? Well, I ain't saying that because I ain't got a pass. Or would I ever say it? Not even in a stink-meaner way. Even though it is very hilarious the way stink-meaner says it. Anyways, yeah, the Shaggy, Scooby. I'm going to attempt Fred, but it's probably not going to work. Come on, gang. Let's go check the comment section for clues. No, too deep. Like, Shaggy's got a very specific voice going, but Fred sounds like an average person's voice. Like, who is this guy? Well, that's Shaggy. Like, I'm Shaggy. Now I'm doing his Shaggy and not the actual Shaggy. I probably could. I can do a pretty decent harco if I were to get my voice to a specific volume. Quite close, but not, well, I have the Shaggy voice. Same thing with, like, Hank Hill and Joe Swanch. No. Joe Swanch. If I'm doing the wrong thing. I have to make sure that my voice is in a very particular point. Right now, it's too deep. I'm speaking too much in this format. I could probably do a pretty decent Peridot if I wasn't in this particular tone of voice. I have the nasally instance. I just have to bring the vocal cords up. Tone up. Very hard to do when I speak like this all the time. I could just try to speak a little bit like this to try to get my voice higher. Maybe that'll work. Maybe it would work into my favor. No, I'm low again. Stop going low. Or if I stand up. I think when I'm sitting down, I can't get a good, decent voice going in the feminine department. Head up. Throat open. Adam's apple spread out. That does not sound right, but you know what? We're doing it. Neck crack. Back not cracking. Well, back stretched out. How's this? Not quite close. Like, better than the last time, but not quite there yet. Still too nasally, still too masculine. Trying to get the voice up a little bit. It's close. It's actually quite close. If I do this voice, it works kind of perfectly. It's still a little bit masculine. I can feel the Adam's apple coming back up. Stop it, you fool. It's going back up. Stop going up. Stay. Stay there. Stay. Stay. Stop going up. I gotta look my eyes down. This doesn't look intimidating at all. Where's my head at? Oh, good, my head's... This doesn't look intimidating at all. That looks strange, but it's fine. There's my... Oh, no, that's still my neck crack. I thought it was my back crack, but it sounded like it came from here. Damn it. I'd have to stand in order to do the voice that I wanted to do. But are we still doing this? Oh, wrong one. I've done it before, but man, is it hard to do sitting down. I would have to stand upwards, or at least try to stay into the voice long enough before it gets to be accurate. I mean, it's not really the voice, the Adam's apple is the problem. No, it is kind of the problem. I can get the nice nasally tone and, you know, what do you call it, that she has, but not the tone fully when I'm sitting down. I mean, you heard what I did in Game Crafters, albeit that was a little bit of a pitch adjustment. Pitch adjustment on top of voice adjustment. To make it sound like this, almost. And with the pitch adjustment, it sounds feminine. Shy and all that. But with it at its current point, it doesn't sound as feminine as, you know, what you hear in Paint Maze. Still, though. I also gotta do with that guy's voice that's going to be in the voice logs. He's gonna have a very specific tone of voice. He's gonna sound serious, gritty, probably gonna be a little bit lower pitched than this, but not too low pitched. He's gonna be difficult. It's probably gonna be around the likes of this, where he's speaking not too high. Voice acting is a pain to keep consistent. That's why I'm not a professional. But you gotta make yabba dabba do with what you've got. Which is yourself. Or budget. And that's primarily the reason why he couldn't get the voice. Going back to that guy who made the AI Scooby-Doo thingy, that's probably the primary reason why he couldn't, you know, because he didn't have a budget. He had his own work, and he had the budget of nothing, really. Thankfully for me, with Paint Maze, I am able to somewhat make a feminine voice. But, yeah, I wouldn't be able to replicate anything. I mean, I could probably do my own rendition of Rouge, at least. So if I were to do something with that in mind, like a mature animation in the future, potentially, once I've learned how to utilize Blender or whatever other kind of thing I would need to learn to use. Because I do want to learn 3D modeling and animation and stuff like that. Because I am going to need to use that for when I recreate this game that I've made a while ago. I think I already told you about it. I'm going to probably change its name up a bit so it's not just the same name. Because obviously the name is pretty simplistic. It's literally just one word. And it's going to be hard for people to find. Alright. Man, you got a lot going on for you here, broski. I mean, all these characters got a lot going on for them. We've been at this for 30 minutes. Not as long as I thought it was going to be. We might get this done within less than an hour. Or a little over an hour. I'm not sure. But yeah. I'm thankful enough that I can at least get a few good voices in, but it's going to take me only so far. Unless there's a way I can manipulate my voice, like, instead of the, just speaking it the way that I'm speaking in it, and then have, like, some settings and adjustments that I can create, not like an AI, but, like, some settings to change up how the voice sounds, not just pitch, sense, and all that stuff. Like, actual ways to try to, like, make it sound different. So if I want to try to get a certain kind of voice for a certain character, I could try to replicate the mannerism. I could try to get my voice close to what it would sound like. And then I would use the program, whatever program that is, to adjust it to make it sound good. It would only really be needed in games, because I feel like if any of my series get animated, there's obviously going to be some big budget animation studio with voice actors already provided to us, so there's no reason for us to really worry about that. But for my own projects that are my own handmade stuff, not animation-made studio stuff, hopefully we get down to that point at some point, but for the time being, something like that to hold me over would be good. I don't really fully know. I'm not sure. We're nowhere near that part yet. A shame, really. I don't know if you heard that. It was too low. Technically, there is this still... Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, never mind. Something else. Technically, there is still Paint Maze. Because of the way Paint Maze is built, though, it's not like you're going to hear all of the dialogue and whatnot. Right, Mimo? What you're mostly going to hear, is, if you go into the Blockology or Mapology, if you want to look up some things, and this is Julian. Julian. They're young, pretty boys, basically. And that's why Spiker called them Boy Toad. You've seen Spiker. You've seen what he looked like. That guy who looked like a freaking punk. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, the voice logs, the help, maybe some credits, after credit talk or something. And then, of course, mayhaps, potentially, probably, maybe, maybes, the intro. Not maybe, definitely. I don't know why I led on that the intro is a maybe. It's definitely going to be an intro. It's just, in order for me to make the intro, I gotta make all the other zones, or at least enough zones where I feel like I'm going to be able to have enough B-roll to occur as scrolling through the zones as the narrator girl, talks to you about like what occurs or what your story is here. We're going to be getting to the voice lock stuff soon enough. But for now, I'm working on the prefabs and stuff. And after I do the prefabs, I'm going to do the sound effects for the event stuff. Then after the event sound effects are finished, we're going to go on ahead and do the voice log stuff. Get that all set up for when we start doing the voice logs. And after that, we're going to work on the start menu music, try to finish that up. And then hopefully, Zone 2 music. And hopefully, if I have enough time, try to figure out why the lighting thing is different every time I render it, the entire thing from a different scene. That's just what I don't understand. And I've showed it to you in the most recent episode coming up technically tonight, because this is 1:30 or so. Right? It's 1:30? Yeah, it do be 1:30. That's what it do be. It's 1:31 now. But yes. I'm still going to try to figure out how the hell to fix that. I don't even know what I need to do to fix that. It's like I need to render it from one specific scene that doesn't end up just screwing everything up. I don't know what I need to do that. I need a blank scene. And this blank scene is going to essentially be where I build the game from. Because apparently if I build it anywhere else in the menu system, the zones don't look right. I am curious to see what would occur if I were to go on ahead, make a scene with no lights whatsoever, and I render it. Because it seems like the way Unity so far is rendering things, is it's rendering it all on the one thing that this thing starts, in the playtest or in the rendered version, the build version. That's what it seems like it's doing, which doesn't make any sense. Logically, you would think this... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Your neck is hit by this. Logically, you would think the scene stays the same. It doesn't change the lighting for any reason whatsoever. But no, for some reason, it wants to have the lighting be different depending on when you started, your build or whatever. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm getting radiation problems by being near this frickin' vent thing. It's no wonder why this damn mouse pad is sticking to the frickin' Well, now the camera is slightly off, but I need to keep my hand away from the damn side. Why is there a side vent? Who in their right mind thought, ooh, laptop should have side vent to emit all of this radiated heat? Well, is it radiation or is it just straight up heat? Isn't radiation just heat, technically? I don't know. I just pulled that out of my ass. If you believe me, well, you got fooled. You fooled me once! Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I punch your face! What if I fooled you 3 times? Well, nobody has ever fooled me 3 times, but if I were to have to wager against, I would punch my own face. All they had to do was fool him 3 times, and then they would have been good. Nobody ever thought about doing that until then. Oh, which, by the who's and wits ways, I, long ago, this is, not recent, I finished watching all the episodes of Regular Show. All of them. And I gotta say, the last seasons were definitely interesting. All this time, I thought, okay, spoilers, in case any of y'all's haven't watched it, or, are looking to watch it but don't want to get spoiled. When I heard Pops died, I thought it was going to... In space, apparently. I thought it was going to be spoilers for Borderlands, which I'm doing all the spoilers here. But spoilers for Borderlands and Tales of the Borderlands, as well as technically 3. I thought Pops was going to get, on a rocket, do what Scooter did, and then just go down to the Earth, saving the entire crew while they all get saved. Never did I think the entire universe would quote-unquote reset because everything went back to normal. It was a weird reset, because the reset didn't end up with them, resetting back to the first episode. No, it resets them back to the normal instance where they are now back on Earth. And then everything goes back to normal. Which, by the way, it was a strange end to have Mordecai, hook up with a Batgirl, but, would. Or, as a cat would be with the microphone. I don't have a microphone, but would. Nudge microphone. Would. Nudge. You know how the cats nudge? Just imagine a cat that can speak English and it just says wood as it nudges the microphone. And it makes, like, noises. You know the noise that the cats make when they're doing their thing with their teeth? That kind of noise. I don't know if you could hear that. But yeah, that's a good idea for drawing later with Luna, to do something with that girl. Always good to get more ideas for drawing characters. My hand is slowly trying to gravitate towards the heat vent on the laptop. Why? No wonder why my hand was feeling weird when I rubbed down it and it was like tingly. Because I was getting heated. Heat dablaged. I need to get this freaking GPU replaced or fixed or something. The fan is definitely running heavy. Running heavier than it should. Maybe it's just my GPU isn't meant for OBS recording, and the more I record videos, the more the GPU is like, I can't handle this. This is too much for me. Or a simple GPU such as me. Fool. How dare you not handle this? But anyways, yeah. Man. Whew. It's hot in here. I mean, also, the laptop heating up technically doesn't help at all. All this heat, it's just so damn much. Alongside this damn job and all the heat that's there as well. Alright, let's see. We're almost done here, at least with the shading portion. There's still one more character after Julian, or Julian, whatever his name is. However his name would go. Then I got a texture and in, shade, shadow, lighting and shadow and effects. And that's it. Then that would be the end of this drawing. Whew. Okay, we're almost there. Close, but not close enough. I feel like at some point I'm probably going to do a drawing of Pops flying back down to Earth on a rocket, going out a la in the way of Scooter. That's gotta be a pretty cool and funny drawing. The original thought of what I thought was going to occur at the end of that series. That's what I thought was going to occur, because I didn't know what occurred. I didn't know it was going to occur like that. So yeah, that's what we're maybe doing at some point. Not soon, though. Not soon enough. Oh, I just remembered. The first part of the finale of Attack on Titans finally getting fully dubbed and is being released on Toonami soon. Somewhere in September, after 2 marathons. So like at least 4 weeks from now, I think. Yes, finally. I no longer have to worry about getting to the end of Luna v Titan and wondering what the hell I'm going to do now because I haven't... Well, there's still one more thing left, but how long could it possibly take? Also, for all I know, it could go to 4. Could go to a season 4. I think it's going to end on season 3, my Luna v Titan series, but it could end on a season 4. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what occurs here. I'm not looking forward to what could potentially be occurring in that season. Because of, you know how it is. That's why Luna is there. And I also got Nezuko for the Safe for Work version. And a pretty badass looking drawing, assuming something occurs that I think might occur. I don't know what occurs. I'm not entirely too sure what could occur. I'm just taking wild guesses. But, yeah, I'm interested in seeing how the hell this entire series ends, because there's no way it's going to end on a good note. Alright, and here's Kalina. the assistant. Stern yet adorable expression. Which I must say, that does look kind of adorable. She's in a golden nun outfit. Similar to what Lady Helena is wearing. Yeah. Man, there are some interesting plot points later on in this series that I cannot wait to get to, too. Although there's one thing that I forgot to put in episode 9, and I'm a little bit annoyed at, but I found a better solution instead of just ham-fisting it into the thing. There's supposed to be elemental stuff, right? Elementals Reborn. The entire reason why this series is even existing is because I redrew the elementals a third time. I do have a plan in mind for a water elemental in the Leviathan Kingdom episode. So 2 episodes from now. But I feel like the elementals are going to just be minor things that the group are going to see, but they're not going to fully focus on them just yet. Maybe season 2 we're going to have some more elemental-based stuff. Oops, I am in the wrong thing. But that's the idea. I feel like, yeah, having it at 11 works perfectly, because then I can have one at 14, one at 17, and then one at 20. 2 episodes in between. I don't know, seems like a good idea to me. But the idea was to simply just showcase a little bits of the elementals doing their thing, and just being there. They're not going to have any inconsequential, like, well, maybe for, like, the water elemental for one particular scene, but it's played off more as, comedic and fan service instance, more than it is a inconvenience and a problem. Now, the major problem in that episode is going to be different. Way bigger. Way bigger and definitely interesting. Because it's implying something. And you will see what I'm going to be, what I have in mind for that soon, but not yet. Not until we get to the 11th episode. Yeah, shading Ewan shouldn't be too difficult. Oh yeah, right, hold on. Well, unless you're... No, I don't know about that one. Let me go on ahead and just adjust that a little bit. Delete the dress, delete this. That should be good. Yeah, there we go. What's shaking head for, Cadillac? Oh, I got the wrong one. Well, I might as well just do this while I'm here. How do I select that? I don't know. There we go. That's the wrong one again. Even though... Wait, what was 1B again? I don't know. It don't matter. 1B was this, right. Whoops. Whoops. Oh man, I do hope I get to a point in game development where I can hire a certain voice actor to do the role of Reginald Franklin. I've stated it before in Reginald's Mockery cases. But the voice that I hear in my head whenever I'm reading as Reginald Franklin is the guy who does the voice for Sir Hammerlock. I would hope that I can get to the point where I can do that. I don't know how old the guy is, the one who voiced Sir Hammerlock. I don't know if he has any other issues, but I hope he's not dead. Otherwise, I'll have to try to get somebody who sounds like him to try to replicate Reginald Franklin's voice in my head. Seems good. I wonder if they're making a Borderlands 4 yet. I don't know. I have to imagine they are soon, right? I'll look it up real quick and see if there is any news about it. Oh, yep, Borderlands 4's news Reddit. Is there any news? Who? The hell? What? Wait, hold on. What is this? Gaming leaks and rumors? Interesting. Huh. So there's some leaks there. Okay, that's good. That's great. I hope they revert back on one mistake that they did, which was eliminate a very specific character that they shouldn't have eliminated. They shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have. Alright, we've been at this for almost an hour. I almost pressed something on it, but what I would have pressed was just resizing it, so we would have been fine. I mean, one character at least was more impactful, but still kind of felt cheapened. Which makes sense, because, you know, you're getting rid of another character. An eye for an eye, basically. But it still sucked regardless. This one more so sucked because it was just fair. It was even more so cheap. It was aggravating. It led me to the creation of that character that I made long ago called Carrie the Brawler. You remember her, right? Borderlands OC I made, which was supposed to basically combine like many different aspects of the melee classes with its own like specific melee-based combat. It would be interesting to see a Borderlands melee game, like, with actual melee combat. Tiny Tina's Wonderland was kind of close to there, but I feel like there was still some more that could have been done with it. Feels like there could have been more. I don't know what, though. Aside from that, well, I don't know. But yeah, that's just some things occur in there. That's a little bit, I don't know, annoying. But the gameplay was good, and the environment was good. And there were some stories that are good. But some of them weren't really as good, and felt, I don't know. Maybe it's just me not being happy about certain characters, you know, going. Not to say too much. I mean, technically, I could just say certain characters dying. You know, obviously, there are deaths that occur, but what the hell? Baby moth dead. Or at least it looked like a baby moth. I have no clue. The less moths, the better, because there's too many moths and there's just too many insects, just somehow managing to find their way inside of here. I need like a fly trap or something. Jeez, could you imagine how many goddamn insects I'd be catching in these damn fly traps? There's just so many insects inside of this house. Very small ones just seeping in, finding their way through the smallest cracks. I really wish it wasn't the case. Really wish it wasn't. It would be helpful, though. Get a fly trap, leaves a pack of them, see how many we've caught. They're like, that's a lot dead right there. And we go on ahead, dispose of it once we find that it's too much there to hold. I don't think I fully... Another thing I forgot to shade in. Probably. Oh, I did shade in, but it didn't shade in as much as it should have. Wonder if they are going to make a fourth one, what the story's going to be like. I don't know what more could happen in the story. There's still a war going on. Problem is, there's not a lot of active vault hunters. Like, I don't know what the hell Axton's doing with his weird Digistruct thing that I never really took part in for some reason. Like, what was it supposed to be? Like a Fortnite-esque kind of battle royale, but with PvE instead of PvP? Was that what it was? I can't quite remember, but he's definitely taking on the role of Moxie in terms of Battle Dome stuff. I forgot the shade in your mouth and tongue. And teeth, technically. You can't see it, but there's her cute little teeth just sticking out of her mouth. She is meant to be an adorable character. And you are meant to be very angry when you see Mary Beth attack her. Obviously. Look how adorable she is. She kind of looks almost like Bridget. Which I don't know if that was my full intent when I was originally making her in the 7th episode's cover. But I'm all for it. She looks adorable. Bridget looks adorable, and this looks adorable. Let me just open this up so I can see the textures of this. Yeah, looking at Spiker over here, man with a lot of spikes. He definitely is an interesting character that I've created. I just realized something. Elementals Reborn, and I guess technically in terms Nova Guardians, is the only series so far that I have been able to draw, a lot more male characters. A lot of the portrait stuff that I have done, I have not been able to draw any male characters, because a lot of it consists of the portrait girls. But these series, they're different. I'm able to basically just draw whatever character I want to draw. Hell, technically, I have even more guy characters that I can draw in the 9th episode with that Viking guy. I can't remember his name. Sucks, but there's nothing I can do about that. His name means stone in Viking. That's your hint. Sven. I could just look up the damn thing, go to DeviantArt. Also, let me just make sure that this is... Yeah, it's fine. Sure, that was there. Go over to the thing. Where is it? Scroll down. Keep on scrolling. Sten, that's his name. Sten. So yeah, Sten. That's a character I can draw right there. That's a bubble. I thought that was something else, but no, that's a bubble from the from Maribeth. Okay, now we're gonna go on ahead and do this. She's a little small too, isn't she? I mean, these guys are generally tall men, obviously, so it would make sense that she would be pretty small. She is a priestess lady. Woman of Hastrena. Or Lady of Hastrena. What was it called again? Like, what are nuns usually called? Women of God? Ladies of God? Ladies of God doesn't sound right. Women of God sound right. Hold on, let me look it up, actually. Women of God. Yeah. Yeah, nun. So yeah, Women of Hastrena. Or the Goddess of Light. I mean, Archasius, Hastrena, God of Darkness, Goddess of Light. This is a world with two gods. And unlike our world, which we still have no hard proof evidence of, these two exist. Though granted, I am sure that many of the people in this universe are probably like, they don't exist. Because, you know, obviously the newer generations are probably like looking at the old scriptures and the old texts of Hastrena and Archasius, and they probably think that it's just some random hoo-ha or some shish. And some would probably think that the world is round. But it's, in this universe, it's flat. You've seen the map. You've seen the map. It's not even flat. It's literally an island. Technically, yes, it is an island. A giant planet-sized island, but an island nonetheless. Technically, aren't continents giant planet-sized islands? Well, no. Technically, if you were to go to, say, Jupiter, and there is apparently water on there. Not saying that there is, just hypothetically speaking. We discovered that there's water there. And, then we find, like, an island that's literally the size of Earth. Exactly the size of Earth. Diameter-wise. Then that would be an island-sized, or planet-sized island. Island-sized planet? That would be a meteorite. Unless, an island-sized planet is actually just a planet full of very tiny humans or creatures or animals or whatever. And isn't that just bacteria, actually? Well, to the bacteria, it's island-sized planets. To them, they don't even know what the concept of planets are, so... Yeah, that's... Why are we on this subject of conversation that makes literally no sense? Like, literally. And literally and like a lot, eh? Man, I'm tired. And I'm slightly hungry. I might make myself a sandwich and then watch myself another episode of the Boondocks. Because now I've got Courage the Cowardly Dog and the Boondocks on. But, because I'm very busy with all this stuff, I haven't been able to, watch it consistently. After I'm done with this and post it, which shouldn't be too long now, I'm going to do all that, then I'm going to go on ahead and work on the Adventurous Army and try to get that done with as quickly as I can. Yep. We're kind of strapped for time now, with the potential of Saturdays and Sundays being taken from us, with already this Saturday on the board. I gotta try to get this stuff done with. Quickly, but not sacrificing quality. Thankfully, though, these don't take that long. Surprisingly, this didn't take as long as I thought. We got the background done with in one day, which probably would have taken us a few days if we were in, work. We got the outline and the coloring done within one day, and I had to skip Game Crafters for that day, Monday, because today is Tuesday. But I got it done with today, don't you worry. It's coming out. There is an episode of Game Crafters coming out. It's just now I'm a day behind on my prefab adjustments that I want to do. Then, of course... What was I talking about again? Fuck. I don't remember. I literally blinked. I hate it when that happens. Why does my brain have to blink? Stop blinking. Remember. Remember. We were talking about... Whoops. Fuck, I blanked on what I was talking about before. Open up, brain. Activate. Reactivate. Man. I just can't freaking remember. Oh well, I've forgotten. Selective short-term and selective long-term memory problems. Sometimes I can remember things from long ago that I shouldn't be able to remember. And sometimes I forget short-term things. I don't know why. It's like my memory loses track and then I forgot what I was saying beforehand. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, it's annoying. Don't know if it's ADHD. It's not a thing that occurs every single time. Usually I momentarily forget. But when I do, it doesn't take too long to re-remember. Yeah, it's just... Jesus! That burned my freaking fingers here. My goddamn left hand has gotten so used to that where I can barely feel it. Where the hell are you, you stupid vent? Yep, there you are. Man, that ain't good. I need you to stop melting down, computer. I know there's a lot of pixels to load up. Actually, what is our task manager showing us right now currently? It's only at 47% memory. And GPU is at 29%, but that's mostly just OBS. I don't know. It's kind of annoying. Anyways, we're just gonna go on ahead and get these done with now. And we gotta go do the things up there real quick. Like. Do the cloth, then go up to Kalina. Get her stuff done with. I definitely would like to draw Lady Helena and Kalina more up close. Hell, maybe I can do a mature drawing of them at some point. Why the hell not? Even though they're women of Hestrena, or women of the Goddess of Light. Well, who's to say it's, canon? Just a little bonus drawing. There's definitely stuff that I could do. Draw my own characters in those scenarios. If you can draw other people's characters in mature drawings, then surely you can draw your own characters, assuming you have any. But I have a medley of OCs, and it's insane just how many there are. I've stated this before in a previous episode of Art Time, but my god, do I have so many OCs. And we got 3 more characters that we didn't see beforehand, and another 3 that are in this episode that we're not seeing here. Needless to say, our character list is just expanding even more and more. Even though these 2 are kind of inconsequential, short-haired guards trying to protect Helena. Gonna be a pain in the ass now, and none of my brain has put that potential mishap in there. I'm gonna accidentally keep referring to her as the wrong name. Annoying. Lady Helena. Not Hestrena. Helena. Yeah, they're protecting her, and she's also here, mainly just to keep her company. The guards are the ones that are outside, and she's on, the inside watching over her. She's not really doing too much, because she's not really a fighter. She knows when to get Helena out of there, while Daniel and Julian come in to pick up the slack. They do have magic, but their magic is just not good enough against, a dark mage, of course. Dark mages are a whole other beast entirely. You've seen it with Gwyneth and friends trying to take down Maribeth. They took down Spiker without too many issues, but Spiker is not really the strongest. Though granted, he definitely does have some kind of fire-based things that he can utilize in order to nullify flames. Dark fire, maybe. Potentially. Alright, now, I could probably try to make this part a little bit more... Wait, 1B or 1D? No, 1D. I'm going to go on ahead and do some thing here to the hand to make it look like a finger. It's very far away. It doesn't really need to have anything else here. It's fine enough as is. He's far enough away to where that's not really necessary to do anything with. Alright, I think that's everything. Girl's definitely got, like, slim shoulders, though. Unlike broad shoulders like these, she's got, like, slimmer shoulders. Her shoulders aren't exactly bulk and buff. Alright, well, since there's so many characters here in this, I feel like the best thing I can do with the shadows and effects, it depends. Because having the shadows here for this makes sense. The only thing that's going to be an issue, I feel, has got to be you up here. Everybody's kind of in their own little area. And Domador's so short that you only just see the top of his head, with the mask there as well. I just like the idea that he's just so short. And compared to Ariella over here, who's like the second shortest, but makes sense because most women are short. Not all of them. There are some tall ones. I know of a girl who's 6'1", I believe. She's tall. Discord friend, basically. But I'm willing to believe that, since why would you lie about your height? And make it... If you were to lie about your height, you would if you were a girl, you would probably make it so you're shorter, because most men out there like short women, for some reason. I don't really have much of a type. I mean, my, I guess, go-to type would probably be goth, but I'm good with whatever. Because I am not one to settle down. I like to have, friends with benefits, if at all possible. No commitments, no, reasons or anything like that. Just straight up pleasure or hangout. Or both, really. Either one works for me. If you want to do some filly-killy, then that's fine. But if you want to hang out, that's fine too. Play games, that kind of stuff, yeah. That's what I'm mostly interested in. And I find that's a hell of a lot better to be honest about than to lie and then end up cheating. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to ever be able to pursue those fantasies. Because apparently, dating world's even more difficult now than it was long ago. And I was never really socially adept, even back then, so now it's just amped it up. The difficulty in dating is harder. Though granted, there is this one girl at work that would do a little minor filly-killy. Not like actual filly-killy. Kind of more so just like little bits of the tickling and foot stuff. But very minute because we can't do too much of that in work, obviously. And it's always in downtime, so don't worry. Your product isn't being, unsupervised. Even though my daydreaming kind of does that to an extent. Regardless, it's not that hard. Just look at the product, see if it's good, and then boom, send it down. I'm not going to fully say what I'm making just yet. But yes, I guess there is that I've got going for me. And the girl that I'm talking to on Discord. I don't know. I guess just high school wasn't really my look. Socially awkward, cared about what people think about me, that kind of stuff. Now I've stopped giving a crap. I became more pessimistic. I am more flamboyant. And, it is what it is attitude is what I've got. And I think I've gotten to a point where I don't really mind dying young so long as I have gotten all of my creations in. I feel happy with where I am at in all my creations. I would hope that I or the Earth lives long enough for me to be able to do as many creations as I can. My lifetime goal, milestone at least, is to try to reach 10,000 deviations, i.e. drawings. Lifetime. That's a lot. I don't even know if I can really fully hit that. Actually, I could just look this up right now and just do some math. I am at, well, that's not going to help. I need to go over to here. Yeah, I'm at 1,315 deviations. 10,000 minus, that's not 10,000, it's 100,000. So that's 8,685. Divide by that 120. 72 years! Not counting the ones that I have current. I mean, from now, at this point, reaching around this, if this drawing doesn't count, it would take me 75 years. About 72 years. I am 29 now. Am I? No, 27 I am. I am 27. I would be 99. If I get to the 10,000th deviation milestone, if I can live to 99 and get to that deviation milestone, it would be so freaking badass. Oh, I got text. Well, I'll look into that later. It would be so freaking badass if I were to just post it and my body's like, that's it, drop dead. Ugh. Just like in my goddamn deathbed, getting the last drawing I'm ever going to do in my life, unless somehow Android technology gets created and all that stuff. If that occurs at some point, unless Android technology gets created and I basically become immortal, that would be so cool. That would be the perfect end. But again, you can't plan out your end. I feel like at that point, if I've reached 10,000 deviations, 10,000 drawings, I should retire. At 99, I would definitely have to have been retired. Push through the pain of old age and just try to do as much as I can. I don't know if I'll ever reach that age. That is a very difficult age to reach nowadays with the way the world is, with all of the diseases and the deaths that occur so frequently. Yeah, it is. It is definitely interesting, to say the least. So, yeah. 99 at this point in August, if we were to continue with it, we would reach the milestone. I really do hope that if I were to get to that age, I am not going to be in suffering mode. Because getting old is suffering. The pain in the joints and all that stuff. I kind of already somewhat feel it, but I'm getting used to it, kind of. Not fully. I shouldn't be getting used to it. It should be gone. It should be giggity gone. Right, Cat? Who is bathing herself on top of my bed? Anyways, yeah. By the time I get to 10,000 deviations, I'm going to be old as fuck. Oop, I'm in the wrong area. Or an android. It depends on what occurs. I don't know what is going to happen in life. I don't know if we're going to reach levels of android bodies. What kind of layer? Because I need to make sure we got a good color. Like light blue, maybe like this for that. Then go down to Helena. Fog 1B. Not too bright. Like here? No. Here? Kind of. What about here? No. I don't know. What about this one? Too dull. Can I get some pinks in here? Too pink. How about a slightly duller pink? Is that duller pink or is that the other one? I think that's the other one. Pink could probably work. At least for that. Then in the background, or at least where Kalina is, blue. Well, blue, but get rid of some of the blue here. And as for pink, I could probably just get rid of some of it here and have it mostly on them. I'll have a light shine down on her. That's where the sunlight's going to be. And I'm going to have fog 1D be on the top, but I'm going to, well, let's see. Well, actually, I don't know if I want it to be that color for that side. Why don't I go do yellow? Or another pink. Yeah, another pink could work. There we go. Alright, good. Now to do the sun rays. And it's going to look cool seeing the light shine down upon Helena. Golden sun. All of it's mostly going to shine down upon her. With a little bit of it kind of going off to the side here. Can't really see too much of it, but it's fine. The sun is mostly focused on Helena. And her two guards, but her guards aren't exactly that important. And the reason why she's up here is because this is during a sequence where she's about to speak out to Helena. Because she is angry that Helena is just out here while the city's on lockdown because of dark mage attacks. Dark mage attacks. It's definitely stressful for Helena to just see her priestess just out there while the threat could still be around. And technically, yeah, not too long after this conversation and these guys go to the inn, which is over here. This is the inn they go into. Pretty small and cramped, and there's probably more in the back that you can't really see. Because these houses do look small, kind of. I can agree with you on that one. But there's probably a... Well, it depends. See, the door is far from there, and it's kind of like, you know, here and there. Well, that door is just bigger than it should be, but that's fine. Alright, now there is the shadow rays. And now there's the shadow rays. Whoops. The shadow rays today. Yeah. Alright, I'll just do all the shadow rays here. Jisms! Forgot about the opacity and flow. It's fine. We're good. I guess I could give you a little insight as to what the next episode's going to be. It probably is going to come out early September, because I do kind of want to try to get that out sooner. And then have Heavenly Deadland come out along with a not mature drawing, but drawing for a mature series that I have planned coming out sometime in October, and then going every month until 6 hiatus, and then starting back up in November? No, September. And then going for another 6 until it finishes its run. Whoopses. Needless to say. I am going to be getting that episode done with early into September. So I'm going to go on ahead and tell y'all what the premise is. It's essentially a love triangle, a Romeo and Juliet-esque story, with 2 villages in the Savannah region that the group is going to be passing through soon. Then, of course, there's going to be something that happens in there that's going to be pretty bitter. let's just say that the episode isn't going to end in happiness. It's going to be dark. In the same vein as Romeo and Juliet, obviously. We're going to show you how dark the series could get. Because it could get dark, depending on certain things. I mean, you see Helena almost got beaten within an inch of her life. Before these four got up from their defeated state and, distract her. And thankfully we got Magnus over there coming in to redirect the punishment. So, in the end, everybody came out fine, thankfully. But their egos are bruised. Alright, no overlay. Go to effects. Go to here. Go to here, and then I'll just go grab this and get this to 1,000. Light orange, light shining down upon the priestess. What a cutie. I mean, makes sense. I'm glad I drew her again in this form instead of the form that she was in before. I still don't fully know about these two's designs, but they're not really that important to the major story arc. So they're fine as is. Like, their armor looks cool, it's just their hair, I feel like I could do something different. They're like somewhat kind of like twins, except not at all, because they both have different colored hair and whatnot. Alright, I need a pink area. Shining down on most of this area here. And now I want a light blue area so that this area over here isn't completely darkened. Technically, I feel like I should get rid of the teal that's in the sky at least. The sky doesn't need a teal. I don't know. Do I put another pink in? Have pink in the sky? Nah. Or maybe yellow. Yellow might look good. No, that's not good either. How about light purple? Either light purple or cyan, but I'm going to try light purple first. Damn it. Get your ass back at... Okay, I guess I'm not going to do that if I'm on the opacity instance. What does this look like? Why does this look so much darker than it needs to be? Huh. I got a better idea. Hold on, let me go over to the sky. Let me go over into this, and then let me go on ahead and do little bright skies. And now let me go over into the fog. Which fog exactly? Well, this one probably. There we are. Remove the orange-ish appearance, I guess. Go to Helena. That one should be fine. Go to Helena. I just want nice light blue skies. Actually, maybe I can put yellow in here now. Now that I got rid of the fog. Nope. Okay, then pink. Pink will do. Bright skies. And will light purple also add into the effects? Kind of. Actually, yeah. Not that bad. Maybe make sure this is not too bright. What else? I mean, I could probably put some more light purple in here. Nah, it's too dark. Or too, whatever you call it. Let me get another light blue in here. A light blue, is this one the same or is this one different? This one is different. Okay, good. I use this one for this area. Nice blue with some yellows and orange coming from the sky. Different from the 7th one because that one was more like, you know, what do you call it? Dusty. Yeah, if you okay, I'll bring it up so you guys don't have to like remember. If you look at the drawing here, you will see that the battle takes place up here. Right up here. This might be a different perspective than it should be, but it's fine. Essentially, it's like, here's where the thing is if you go that far out. Okay, that should be it for the effects, I think. Now let's go add in the sepia, and then finish it off. Well, maybe I'll add in another effect here, like a nice bit of particles coming down from the sunlight. I'll still add the sepia in first and foremost. Oh, I like that one. Let me see if I can get a dual color. Oh, okay, I see. Let me go over to this. That was quick. I didn't even have to check. I just got exactly what I wanted. I should still make the skies brighter. I'll leave that one as bright yellow. Or maybe don't do that? Is there another blue that I have that's brighter? Oh, that blue is good. Okay, yeah, never mind. That blue is better. Okay, now I'll add in the particles. I'll go back to my basic beach swatch. My basic beach swatch. Now I'm going to go on ahead and do the brush adjustments that I need to do. And now I just need light colors. Overlay. Okay. Shine all of this down upon her majesty. Well, she's not the queen, but she should be. Nah. The Queen of Nature is still pretty adorable. Well, I mean, yeah, in terms of her being like, you know, her usual self, she's adorable. But in terms of being serious, or at least trying to be serious, she looks elegant and hot, basically. She just always looks adorable. Even in the face of disparity. Hold on a second. If there is one thing I should probably do, this is always a problem with characters who have blonde hair. I should make her eyebrows a bit darker so it, you know, doesn't look like it combines with her face, her skin. Okay, I think that's it then. I feel like the only other thing I could probably add is like a nice yellow glow, so I'll do another yellow area. I'll go over to here, effects. I'm going to try to do this yellow area, see how this looks. Maybe not like all around the characters, and this is not working as well as I hope. This is just dull yellow, right? Wait, what? I don't know. It is dull yellow, but dull yellow is just not the color I want. That's too bright yellow. When did I use these? I have no clue. Let me see if I can get another yellow in here. Okay, that yellow's not too bad, but let's try not to completely cover her face up with brightness. And their faces. Have the yellow kind of emanate around them. Maybe I can do the same thing with that so her face is not too bright. Yeah. Alright, I got another yellow effect here. Yellow effect number 5. Good, I'm glad I have that now. Now, let me... Whoops. Oh, that's the erase tool. Oh, still, reverse just in case. Unless... Yeah, no, that did do the thing I didn't want to do. Put that into effects, and then we will just go back to our basic B swatch. Basic batch swatch. Our basic bussy swatch. Let us say that. Anyways, there you go, folks. A nice little drawing with Lady Helena. With effects, without effects. With effects, without effects. You can see the sun shining down upon her. Oh, there you go, folks. Anyways, that's all for today. So, without further ado, thank y'all for watching today's episode of Art Time. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that bit playlist, and of course, previous episode of Art Time right over here, and the most recent episode of Tales of Berseria right over here. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Later.